Hello, Steve Mills here, and welcome to the Results podcast. It's great to be back again. As I promised, I'm going to do more podcasting from now on. I did one the other day. There's a bit of a gap that you may have noticed, but anyway, I'm committed to this even more than I've ever been. I think we're on something like number 246, so I've not done too bad. I'm now getting fantastic results on my podcast in terms of number of views. Each time I do a podcast, I'm getting over 7,000 people, not all watching it or listening to it live, but each of my podcasts gets 7,000 approximately. They do vary a little bit, but certainly over 7,000 views. So I'm really pleased with that, and I thank you sincerely for your interest in my work. So today's podcast is called The Money Pyramid. Before I get talking about that, I'd just like to talk to you a little bit about business. You may run a small business for yourself, and if you like, a lot of the people that I speak to right now, they're pretty much feeling pretty stuck. I hear so many stories where people say, well, we don't do much marketing. I'm on LinkedIn. I've got a website. Perhaps, I do a bit of networking, but generally speaking, they don't put any, or if they do, they put very little effort into what they're doing right now. And they tell me things like, we rely on referral and so on. And the very sad truth of that is that, most of these businesses really are towards the bottom end of the pyramid. They're not winning business anywhere near the level that they could. And it's just simply because they're doing much. It's a little bit like, I suppose, I always think marketing for some reason is very like, going to the gym. There are people in my local gym who are, quite frankly, fat. They were fat when they joined, and they're still fat, and they've been a member for over a year. How is that even possible? Well, it's possible because they don't go to the gym. They turn up there once a month or perhaps twice a month. They coast through their 45-minute session, and then they have a Big Mac on their way home. And that strategy is not working. And that's what most business owners are doing right now. So if you feel that you're stuck, you've been trying to grow your business and you just don't know what to do. You feel that you've tried everything. You don't know where to turn. First of all, let me tell you that you're not alone. In fact, only not 5% of business owners are doing well. And out of those, only 1% are what we'd call rich. So let's go through this idea of this money pyramid. So imagine a pyramid. And statistically, these, I honestly believe that these are about right. I'm going to dispute this fact a little bit. And I'm going to say that the middle group that I'm going to talk to you about is actually a little bit lower, and the bottom group is maybe a little bit higher. But that's just in my opinion. But this is something that I picked up. Allegedly, it's totally true. I 100% believe it's roughly true. And let me take you through it. So the bottom 20% of business owners are broke. They've got no money. They can't afford to pay the VAT. They can't afford to pay their people. They can't pay their bills, and so on and so forth. 20%. I reckon it's more like 25-30% in my opinion. They can't actually afford to do any marketing. They're actually stuck in a tough place. But let's just, for argument's sake, let's say it's 20%. The next percentage, the middle group, 60%, are really in what they call endless financial struggle. So they get by, they've just about got enough money, They're really, all they're doing in actual fact is earning enough money to make a living and pay the bills. And there's a whacking big 60% of businesses in that group. And when you consider that, apparently the average coach, a business coach, or a life coach, or, somebody who's a consultant, or that sort of industry, the average is 30 grand a year. The average turnover of a consultant stroke coach stroke advisor stroke, practitioner, as in like a massage therapist or a hypnotist or people like that, people in what I'd call the helping industry, is 30,000 a year. Now, there are some out there who are on many, many millions. And so the average amount is probably not that much of a reflection. There's probably, a lot of coaches and advisors and consultants out there who are on 15 grand, 20 grand. But anyway, again, for the sake of argument, let's say that's true and 60%. So 80% of business owners right now are not doing well. Now, that's not because of COVID. It's not because of the war in the world right now. It's not because of any of that, because this has been going on since I started 27 years ago, and it's a very, very worrying statistic, I believe. So let's look at the other remaining 20%. How's that break down? Well, it breaks down into 15% earn a good living. They have nice holidays, they got a nice house, nice car, they're doing okay, they're reasonably happy, and they're 15%. The next group are 4%, which are the prosperous. They're actually getting towards being, wealthy. They've got quite a bit of money, and they're reasonably successful, which leaves only 1% who would be in a group called financially wealthy. They're making, let's say, over £1 million a year profit in their business, 1%. So my question to you is, what group are you in? Are you in the broke, the 60%, where you're in financial struggle? Are you doing okay, good living? Are you prosperous? Or are you in the rich list? Now, I help people get out of that bottom of that funnel, the broke and the endless financial struggle, and I suppose the people who are doing okay, they're quite happy, but they really want to get to that 1% group and become financially wealthy. So I don't know whether that's you, but if it is, then what you've got to consider, I believe, is this, and it's an old saying that you'll be very, very familiar with, and that is, if you always do what you've always done, then you'll always get what you've always got. And try saying that when you've had a few. But it is really, really true. It's as true today as it was when I first started saying it all those years ago. And, if you keep doing what you're already doing, if you keep relying on referral, hoping that people will recommend you when you turn up at a networking event, if you keep being on LinkedIn and doing very little, if you're on Facebook and posting once a fortnight, if you're not putting enough time, money and effort into your business, then you're always going to get what you've always got. In fact, the truth of the matter is you're probably not even going to get what you've always got. Let me ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being awful, 2 being average, and 10 being... let me say that again. 1 being awful, 5 being average, and 10 being truly world class. Where would you rate your marketing right now? I'm talking about lead generation, not how pretty your website is. Talking about how good is your business at generating leads. Now, whatever you answered to that, let me ask you another question. on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being rubbish, 5 average, and 10 really investing, how much time are you investing in your marketing? Because, there's an investment often in money, but equally these days, the investment in time on LinkedIn and doing SEO and sending out emails and so on and so forth, building that database, marketing yourself on LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and so on and so forth. There's an amount of time. So where would you rate yourself with that? And then lastly, the same question regarding investing money. You can't get away with it. You really can't if you want to be successful. You're going to have to put some money into this. And it's as simple as that. But all you want to try to do is to put a small amount of money into it until and unless you get what I call proof of concept. In other words, that you put £1 in and you get 4 back. How often would you like to do that? Well, I'd like to do it all day long, every day, and never stop. And that's what proof of concept does for you. So that's really the main thing I wanted to say today. Really get an understanding of where you are, and be honest with yourself. Where is your business right now? Think about what you're doing in your business right now. What actions are you taking? It might be that you just need to do more of what you're already doing. This doesn't have to be too complex. If you're winning business by picking up the phone and talking to your past customers, then do it more. If you're winning business by contacting your LinkedIn connections, then again, do it more. Just do more of what's already working. Keep it simple, and really take action. That's the real key. That's why I'm here. That's what I want to do for you. That's what I want to help you do. So if you would like to know more about what I do, then I'd like you to take not 1 step, but 3 steps with me. Take 3 steps with me. What are those steps? Well, step 1 is I want you to go to my website and I want you to watch a video. It's on my blog. It's called Do You Want a Business Growth Advisor That Gets Results? If you click on that blog post, you'll find this video. So go and watch that video. Step 2, if you look underneath that, and actually on the homepage of my website, I'd like to invite you to a free online training session with me. I'm going to help you. I'm going to talk to you about how you can grow your business. I'm going to help you to do so. So, you might want to come to that. And then the third step, I want to offer you a free one-to-one 30-minute meeting. In that meeting, it won't be like a normal, pitch type meeting. This will be me talking to you about how you can market your business. This will be me asking you questions about your current marketing, your current sales. What are your goals? And then at the end of it, if you do want me to work with you on an ongoing basis or on a one-off basis, then if you ask, I'll talk to you then very happily about what I can do and how much it will cost. So I hope that sounds fair. If it does, then take the first step, go and watch the video, go to my homepage, then click on my blog. My homepage is steve-mills.com, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. So thank you ever so much for listening, and have a great rest of the day. Thank you.